Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm making this video today to talk about what I am considering doing. I'm considering having weight loss surgery. I have thought about it for quite some time. I've had friends that have had weight loss surgery and they've had really great success. And because of that, I was thinking, maybe this is something that would be an option for me. A little bit of backstory. I've always been overweight as an adult. Ever since graduating high school, I have struggled with my weight. All through college, I struggled with my weight. After college and getting married, I put on more weight. And then after getting pregnant with my daughter and having her, I put on even more weight. So with that, I have tried lots of different diets and I have tried Weight Watchers multiple times, and that's helped me lose some weight, but I always tend to hit a plateau. And then at that point, it's just like a barrier. I just absolutely cannot break past it. And then I end up getting discouraged and frustrated and putting back on weight, and it's just a vicious cycle. I also have polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, and that, because of the hormonal imbalances, creates a difficulty of losing weight. It can also create a lot of other problems too, like you're more likely to get diabetes, and my levels currently, I am pre-diabetic, which is scary. The diabetes does run in my family, so that's something I have to think about too, is long-term health. At this point, I'm 30 years old and I'm not willing to sacrifice my health and not do better for myself. So I am looking at having surgery in the next 7 to 8 months, if not sooner. But of course that comes down to insurance and how all that might work out, and if I want to do self-pay and do it sooner. So there's just a lot of factors to consider. So the surgery I'm considering is the Gastric Sleeve Gastrectomy, and I've done a lot of research on the different types of weight loss surgery, and that one seems to be the one that I am most okay with. I've had most of my friends that have had weight loss surgery actually had that procedure done. I'm not really a fan of the gastric bypass. I don't think that's right for me, but the sleeve seems like something that I am interested in. I have my consultation appointment tomorrow, so I'll do an update after that and kind of see like where I'm at that point, how I'm feeling. But I'm hoping that everything goes well. I've already done a webinar with the surgeon to learn more about the different types of surgeries that they perform and what all is involved, what all is entailed with insurance approval, things like that, and then of course asking questions. So I did have some questions that I wanted answered. So one of those is, we might want to expand our family. Right now we have our 2-year-old daughter and we have a foster daughter, and we might eventually want to have another child biologically. So I wanted to know, like, what are the implications of that? Are there risks? What can I expect? I had an unplanned C-section with my first child. I need to do my birth story on here. Maybe one day I will. But yes, unplanned C-section. I was planning on having her completely naturally, and that's not what happened. But I, of course, want to go back for a VBAC with a second child. So I asked, is it an automatic C-section if you've had this procedure done? Like, how does that work? And the surgeon reassured me and said, no, like, you can actually start trying to get pregnant 12 months after surgery. That's like the earliest you should be trying. I would probably wait till 18 months because I hear that's when your weight like really stabilizes. But anyway, so the pregnancy in general should be healthier. I had a lot of problems with high blood pressure in my 3rd trimester of my first pregnancy, so that's concerning. Blood pressure is already something I have to deal with every single day. I take medication for it to keep it under control. So the fact that I wouldn't have to deal with blood pressure issues because my weight would be in a better range, that's a positive. So he said I should have a better birth outcome and not necessarily need to have a C-section. So that's positive. So that made me feel a lot better. I do still have some other concerns. You can't lift certain amounts of weight for a certain amount of time. I need to double check on like what the time frame is for that, because I have 2 toddlers at home that I take care of, and a lot of times I have to pick them up. So or they want me to pick them up. So it's going to be a challenge to not be able to pick them up because they're heavy. My daughter is 35 pounds. She's a little chunker. And she's, you know, she's just like built. So I don't know, I have concerns about that. I know my husband would be able to help a ton, but you know, even just getting them in and out of the car, I would have to get them to willingly crawl up into their car seat and willingly crawl out of their car seats. And it's already hard enough to get them strapped in, much less to try to get them to actually do something like that. So we'll see. That could just not work. I don't know. So that's one of my bigger concerns that I have. So I'm going to have to verify that with him to see, with the surgeon, to see, you know, what the weight limit is, how long that is, because, you know, that could have it to where my husband's having to do drop-offs and pickups to daycare every day, or helping with bedtime routine a little more extensively, because if I can't even pick up my daughter to put her on a changing table, like that's a problem, because she doesn't climb up. My foster daughter will climb up, but my daughter does not climb up onto the changing table. So it might just be me getting used to changing her on the floor, or, you know, something different. So we'll figure it out. But other concerns I have, just meeting with the dietitians and getting ideas of the different stages, because I know that you start out with like a liquid diet only, starting out really with just clear liquids at first and moving into a liquid diet, and then eventually adding in small bits of food like pureed foods and moving into those types of cycles. So it's not that that concerns me, it's just I have a texture issue. So backstory on that, my mom bought my sister and I both chunky applesauce once, and we both the same day like tried to eat it and were not able to eat it. No. So there's just certain textures I can't handle. So I don't know, the pureed foods thing kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I do okay with protein shakes. I drink, I'm doing Thrive currently, and that's helped a lot with my energy. And I've been doing shakes daily for that. So that has not been a problem. So I'm not really concerned about the shakes aspect, but I am concerned about like the pureed foods and if that's going to gross me out, or, you know, if I'm going to be able to get through it. So we'll see. But I will keep you all posted on my decision and what I eventually decide to do. And hopefully tomorrow I will find out a lot more and be able to make some sort of decision on whether or not we're going through the insurance process or self-pay process to happen sooner. So, but thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Bye.